Alright TM Nation, today we have another addition to the awesome mid-sized Bluetooth speaker category, the Dolphin Stingray. I have owned mine for just over 2 weeks now, and I'm telling you, these speakers have exceeded my expectations in pretty much every area I've tested them in. For $89.99 retail, the Stingray speaker is packing Bluetooth 5.0, 50 watts of power, and a built-in 10,000 milliamp hour battery that you can use to charge external devices. I mean, in a lot of ways, the Stingray speaker reminds me a lot of one of my favorite medium-sized Bluetooth speakers, the Anker Soundcore Motion Boom. However, the Stingray speaker is cheaper and it performs better in some areas in my opinion as well. So in this video, we're going to take a closer look at the Stingray speaker, and I will refer to the Motion Boom throughout the video as well so that you guys have an idea of how the speakers compare to one another. But if you want an in-depth look at the Motion Boom, I did complete a full video on that speaker, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description for you. As for what you'll get inside of the box with the Stingray, you get everything you would need to get the speaker up and running, to include a user manual, a USB Type-C cable to charge it up, and a 3.5mm cable, just in case you want to use the speaker in auxiliary mode. Taking a look at the design of the Stingray, I have to say that I do like the way it looks. Something about it makes it stand out overall, and it doesn't have the typical look that you'll get with most speakers this size. It's kind of difficult to explain what I like about the look of this speaker, but it almost has like an industrial type look to it, which is nice in my opinion. As you can see, you have all of your playback controls easily accessible on the top, and in the front of the speaker you also do have LED indicator lights that will show you how much battery is left on the speaker, and the last two indicator lights on the right will let you know if you're in pairing mode or if you're connected. Besides that, you have indentations on both sides of the speaker that you can use to pick it up and transport it easily. Unlike the design of the Motion Boom, on the Stingray you cannot see the drivers or the speakers, as they are behind the grills on the front and the back of the speaker. On the Motion Boom, you can see the speakers in the front, and you also do see the woofers on the side. As I mentioned in the intro, you do have the portable power bank feature with the Stingray speaker, and you also do have this feature with the Motion Boom. This is a really nice feature to have, and it comes in handy in situations when you're out and about. Say you're at the beach or the park or something of that nature, and while you're jamming out to some tunes, you notice that your phone is going dead. With either of these speakers, you can simply plug your USB cable into the back of the speaker and then into your phone, and it will start charging automatically. One thing that you want to note is that with both speakers, they only have one single 10,000 milliamp hour battery, so using the portable power bank function will take away from the total usage you'll get with the speaker. Here is an area where the Stingray does give you an advantage. With the Stingray, you'll get up to 40 hours of use on a single charge. The Motion Boom will give you about 24. As for the water resistance, guys, this is an area where the Motion Boom has a clear advantage. It's IPX7 waterproof, while the Stingray on the other hand is IPX5 water resistant. Now, IPX5 will do just fine against splashes of water and sweat, but you cannot submerge the speaker into water. And another cool feature that the Motion Boom has is that it floats. I have to say, guys, that's a pretty dope feature to have if you're out at the beach or a pool party. Not many speakers can float and play music at the same time. But I did do my water test by spraying water all around the Stingray speaker just to see how it would react while being wet. Let's take a look at what happened. Connection for me has been fine with both speakers. Both are rocking Bluetooth 5.0, and pairing them to any Bluetooth enabled device is simple. I have used both of these speakers with both my iPhone 12 Pro and my Galaxy S21 without any noticeable lag. Through the YouTube and Amazon Prime apps on both of those devices, I have watched quite a few videos and shows, and so far everything has seemed to be pretty synced up. I did use these earbuds for exercise, guys, and they stayed in place relatively well until I became sweaty. You have to remember that the design of these earbuds has no wingtips, no ear hooks, or anything of that nature. So when the sweat starts flowing, you'll probably have to reposition them once or twice. Now, they did stay in place just fine for me for light jogging, walking, and activities that didn't require me to jump around a whole lot. but if you're going to be doing a lot of strenuous activity, just keep this in mind. Also important to note is that you can purchase a pair of either one of these speakers and connect them to one another wirelessly. I don't own two motion boom speakers at this moment, but as you saw in the video, I did pick up two Stingrays. Just like my larger Dolphin speakers, the Stingrays also do feature wavesync, which makes connecting two of them to one another seamless. For the most part, if you want to connect two Stingray speakers to one another, all that you have to do is power one on and pair it to your device. Once you have done that, you simply want to turn on your other Stingray speaker and hold the wavesync button until you get the prompt. After you get that prompt, you'll know that both of the speakers are connected to one another, and the cool thing about it is the controls on either one of the speakers will control both of them. Sound quality wise, both the motion boom and the Stingray speakers sound really good, especially for how small they are. Both are going to provide you with some impressive highs and mids, and the bass that you get with both speakers is also respectable. However, a couple of things that you have with the motion boom speaker that you do not have with the Stingray are the bass up feature, and you also have the companion app that you can use with the motion boom to toggle different EQs, which is also a feature you do not have with the Stingray. The motion boom has 4 built-in EQs that you can choose from, while the Stingray on the other hand only has one EQ that is tuned to be pretty much one size fits all. To my ears, like I said, they sound really good, and for me it's kind of a toss-up here. I will say that in comparing the two, the Stingray maintains more of the clarity at higher volumes than the motion boom does. The motion boom stays pretty clear all the way up to about 75%, but depending on what you're listening to, it can distort when you go above that. Also, with the motion boom speaker, you do have that bass up function, and it really does take your bass to a different level, but when you max the speaker out in terms of volume, you can get a slight popping noise every now and again when the low end hits. Overall, the Stingray sounds similar to what you'll get with the motion boom in bass up mode, but the bass is not quite as pronounced as what you'll get with the motion boom speaker. With the Stingray, you're going to get more of a balanced and flat sound that is not dominated by one frequency. In terms of the output, both of these speakers will fill up a small to medium sized room without any issues, but comparing the two, the Stingray gets slightly louder. You have to remember that the Stingray provides 50 watts worth of power while you get 30 with the motion boom. If you're using either one of these speakers by itself, you probably won't notice that much of a difference, but if you're playing both of them at max volume next to one another, the difference in output is definitely going to be more noticeable. Now both of these speakers do have built-in mics for voice calls, so you can take and make voice calls with either one. I did take a sample for you guys using the mics on both of the speakers just so you can judge for yourselves. Let's take a listen. Okay guys, so right now I have the Stingray speaker paired to my iPhone 12 Pro. As you can see, the audio that you're hearing right now is coming from the microphone on the speaker. Now I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, and I'm just going to turn the speaker around to see if that impacts the way it picks up my voice, and then I will upload this and we'll check it out. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so now I have the Motion Boom paired to my iPhone 12 Pro. As you can see, the audio that you're hearing right now is coming directly from the mic on the speaker. I'm also not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good comparison in between the two speakers in terms of how their microphones capture your speech. And I'll upload this as well and we'll check it out. Stay tuned. Overall fam, like I said earlier, the Stingray retails for $89.99, but at the time of the video there's an extra 10% off coupon on Amazon, making this speaker even that much more attractive. Now the Motion Boom is usually on sale for about $100, but at the time of the video it is set at the retail price of $109.99. So comparing both of them at their retail prices, you're gonna save $20 on one speaker if you go with the Stingray, and if you buy a pair, you're gonna save $40. I don't think that you can go wrong choosing either one of these speakers because, like I've said throughout the video, they both perform well, but saving money is always a plus. That being said, if I had to choose one of the two, I would choose the Stingray because it gives you more battery life, the call quality is going to be better, and it does get slightly louder. But you have made it this far in the video guys. If you haven't already, please drop a like on it for me because it definitely helps the channel grow and I appreciate it. Also, if this was your first time here, why don't you consider subscribing, as I drop at least one video on content just like this per week. But until next time, like I always say, y'all be safe, y'all stay positive, and most importantly, y'all have a great day. I will catch y'all in the next one, but until then, it's your boy Tech Mo and I'm out. Peace.